Now's the time to spring into savings on a new Mazda at Team Mazda. Right now, get 1.9% financing on the new 24 Mazda CX-5, named the #1 compact SUV. The time to save is now on your new Mazda at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Yeah.
Welcome to Friday, folks. It is 7:03 on a Friday, and I just, it's that feeling where you just know that good things are ahead.
Hey, look, okay, I'm gonna spill some tea.
Come on.
Every first Friday of the month, the morning show, we get breakfast.
Yes.
In the break room, like some good stuff. Like the eggs are coming.
Yeah.
Bacon, grits, this little potato casserole thing.
Hash brown casserole.
Yeah.
It is to die for.
I'm gonna go now.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna go now. And Jared's here for it.
I know, and he gets to join us on this Friday for it.
I swear, Steve has this thing where he usually takes the first Friday off. So he
silly man.
I remember it was a few weeks ago. He was like, "Wait, we get breakfast?" I was like, "Yeah, you're just usually not here on that."
Doing
day."
it for like a year. Yeah. Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully your breakfast is exactly what you want. If you're having breakfast on the docks, the wharf, the pier out here at Falls River, well, part of the river's missing.
Yeah, not the prettiest days to be out there on the pier. Absolutely. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say safe right now because we do have a couple of thunderstorms heading that way. A little bit of fog, but no dense fog advisory for a change, right? 74 out your door. High temperatures not so high for today. They'll be in the low 80s, just like yesterday. High temperature 83. Sounds cool, but that's actually where we're supposed to be this time of year. And we've got some real hot temperatures down the road in the 10-day. All right, no dense fog advisory, but there are a couple of areas of light fog this morning. There are the thunderstorms. They're not severe, no warnings. That's good news, but they are literally breathing down our neck. Here in the Baton Rouge area, we should be getting wet, I would say, within the next 30 to 45 minutes. More showers and thunderstorms coming out of eastern Texas. We just showed you video. PAT, Beaumont, they've been getting hit really hard. Dew points are definitely elevated over the next few days. I think it becomes problematic next week because that's when the real heat arrives, and it's not only going to feel like spring, it's going to feel more summer-like when that happens. I want to give a little bit of credence to the graph model because the graph actually did a good job yesterday. They showed all those big thunderstorms fading away before they got here. And yeah, for the most part, that's what happened. So let's look at it. 10 o'clock in the morning, got a couple showers, no big deal. Gets a break in the mid part of the day and then brings in another batch this evening at around 6 p.m. Now, the HRRR does not do that. The HRRR says the best chance of rain will be mid to late morning into the early part of the afternoon. And then the HRRR starts to taper things off as we get towards 6 p.m. That would actually bode a little bit better for LSU baseball. They're taking on Texas A&M, or LSU softball. They're taking on Liberty. And again, there could still be some lingering showers, but I think they will be able to get the game in. You might just want the rain gear with you. No threat for severe weather here. That's out in Texas, so good news here. But I should point this out. We do have a level 2 slight risk for excessive rainfall. Now, we don't have any flood watches or anything like that, and even the WPC shows that whatever we get should be manageable. So truth be told, I was a little bit surprised to see that this morning. Increasing chance of rain will pump it up to 70% later on in the morning, and high temperatures only in the low 80s. We're going to take that as a win, but it's going to be a mainly cloudy day throughout, and we'll start to taper things down as we get into the early evening hours. So we'll go from about 50-50 down to a 0% chance by midnight with the overnight low at 68 degrees. Your weekend plans are okay. Actually, Saturday, Sunday are very similar. Both days a 20% chance, both days a high of 88, and that's just the beginning of a more significant warming trend. We are really going to be hot next week. Look at Wednesday, Thursday. We're talking about forecast highs in the mid-90s. I know we're in May, but to me, it just feels a little bit early for that. 7:06, Johnny A. Hopefully you've got some better news in traffic.
Yeah, no wrecks right now. Interstate traffic very light for the most part. Here's the 10-12 merge. Folks coming in from the west on 10 eastbound. See the campus in the background, LSU, Tiger Stadium, Pete Maravich Assembly Center, and right over the other side of that's Alec Box Stadium. Bridge traffic starting to slow just a little bit in both directions, but not related to weather. It's high and dry on the bridge right now. This is LA 415 across in Port Allen. Facing Lafayette, we do have some stuff coming, as Jared mentioned, and we have our radar overlay so we can kind of show you where you're more apt to get into some of that thunder shower activity. So there's Lafayette right here. We keep going toward the west, Jennings, Welch, and on toward Lake Charles and into southeast Texas, where the Golden Triangle is being really socked in right now. They call Beaumont, Port Arthur Orange the Golden Triangle because of the triangle shape it makes right there as you in that area. So there's your Golden Triangle. Beaumont Beaumont getting socked in again today. Here's a live look at what's happening near East Tex Freeway in Beaumont right now. Schools were canceled for today, and rightfully so after yesterday and today's forecast there. Not going to be horrible like that here, Jared says, but we'll keep an eye on it. He's right there with us all morning. 7:07, we do this every morning. It is WAFB's 9 News Now right here on the Plus. I'm going to get out of the shot. There's some lightning. We'll be right back.
Folks, welcome back to it. 7:09. Following a lot of stories for you today. In fact, one we continue to follow is one of those headlines from coast to coast, including here in Louisiana. We've got graduation at a lot of colleges, universities, that kind of thing, but a lot of those also dealing with protests.
Yeah, a lot happening here. How is that going to impact all of the people who've been taken into custody?
Sure.
How is that going to unfold as we approach that? Well, you've got the president now weighing in, saying, look, they're not going to tolerate vandalism, right? Only allowing the peaceful protests, as people have the right to peacefully protest. You've got the FBI involved with a number of state police agencies across the country saying that they're going to enforce it, because we're seeing scenes like this in California and in Portland, where we saw some more arrests come overnight.
Had 2,000 arrests to this point from coast to coast when you kind of add it all up. We'll continue to follow that for you. Well, following this as well, just absolute heartbreaking story. Bella Baton Rouge. Investigators are saying that a man, a construction worker, on top of the parking garage, fell to his death. Yeah,
Baton Rouge police called out to the Bella Baton Rouge just yesterday morning, and they say, well, he actually appeared there, and that's where he may have been working there on the roof, but the coroner's office was eventually called in. This is about 6:30, 6:40 Thursday morning. Now, the man falling from that upper deck of that roof that you see is still under construction. Now, the investigation into how that may have happened, that's still ongoing.
We'll keep you in the know. Obviously, a lot of folks want to know. Speaking of keeping you in the know, if you were about to grab the bike for Bike to School day, right? There's some places that was going to be happening. It's been canceled because we got a little maybe weather issue. Yeah,
and look, we're still watching the time of that here because of the rain chances. They just don't want to risk it. We're not trying to put kids in danger, families in danger here on a Friday. We're still staying on top of this to find out when that might be rescheduled because it is National Bike to School Day. But they like to still get that community feel back. So we'll let you know when they tell us when that's going to happen again.
Speaking of community involved with schools, we had a chance this morning, just not like 10 minutes ago-ish. We talked with the president, the vice president, school board in East Baton Rouge Parish. They have a big search coming up. They haven't really officially begun that yet. But it's for the new superintendent, and they want the community involved.
Before that application process opens for the school district's new leader, well, they want to hear from you. What do you want in a leader as they kind of reform how they think about moving forward for EBR Parish Schools? So you see there on the left side of your screen dates and times for a series of community meetings. The first one, it's happening at Terra High School there, Monday, May 6th. You can see that community meeting. It's going to start there 5:30.
5:30?
And then it goes
for about
on.
an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
each one's going to be an hour.
And we're going to let you know as the days go by, because they're going to be at different schools as well.
We'll hit a hard reminder.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who just got a big, absolutely, public education. Spend what you got to spend to make it work. Ascension Parish. Taxpayers said yes to a tax renewal to keep the construction and the funding going.
Keyword renewal. This has been going towards different projects on campus. And the goal really is to move forward, to get those older schools up to date and start thinking about growth. How are we accommodating for more students in the area? Yeah, that is all happening here. $110 million coming to Ascension Parish.
In Killian, we continue to follow this too, Liz. The water crisis, the issues there. They just stuck, what was the second camera? Down the well, the first camera broke. But what have they found to be the problem? Actually, the story right now is they haven't been able to kind of see everything. So they got to keep trucking in water.
Yeah, and it's costing them about $30,000 a day to
Per
do
truckload.
that. It's expensive here, especially when you consider if the problem is major enough, they're going to have to build that second well.
That's a whole nother thing.
Right, and they don't know how much that would approximately cost. There's a lot at stake here, but right now the focus is getting people clean water. So let's get those test results, still pending. We've reached out to LDH all week. Those test results were supposed to come in after a 24-hour incubation period, which was last week. Still have not heard back from them. We're going to let you know when we hear those updates from Killian town officials too.
Updates on the city of St. George, the progress there for those that are in favor of it. The word of the day, boys and girls, annexation. What does it mean? Who has it? Who doesn't? What map is right? What map is not? Apparently, we still got some issues, Liz.
We sure do. Remember when a couple of places, 9 businesses like Women's Hospital, Our Lady Lake Hospital there, the hospital corridor on Essen, well, a lot of them had asked to be annexed into the city of Baton Rouge. Well, the city of St. George filed a lawsuit then saying, not so fast. That's still tied up in court. So that lawsuit's kind of reemerging here. We're still trying to figure out, and they are leaders on both sides, they're trying to figure out what is the most accurate map moving forward. It's still to be played out in a courtroom.
And it looks like that's going to get delayed because now the city of Baton Rouge wants to take the original incorporation ruling back to the Supreme Court, and so that's delaying the annexation in 19th JDC. It's a lot.
A lot to follow.
And it's been a lot, so we'll continue to do that and wanted to bring these guys. Okay, we'll do the recycling day real fast for you. Hammond Recycling Day going on real quick. It says Murray Park. It's tomorrow, begins at 8 o'clock, runs until noon. There you see a list of stuff you can in green, the stuff you can't in red. And it looks like tomorrow, if you're getting out there for
Not bad. Better than today, just a 20% chance. Then it starts warming to the upper 80s before we get all 90s next week.
God.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Warm and muggy and wet. Make sure you pack an umbrella.
Yeah, you're going to need it for today, absolutely.
What you want? You just want to get to the breakfast?
Well, I was just thinking of St. George. I think we got an idea. Clay Young, mayor, me, his PIO. We both live in St. George, Clay and I. Clay will be mayor in a second.
Does he know about this?
No.
But might want to tell him.
But he will.
Well, in case you want to know, Clay.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.